First Local, supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
How's it going, everyone? It's Jacob Moore here at the On TV studios, letting you know there's been a slight change to 705 Sports. 705 Sports will now be airing Fridays at noon versus Fridays at 4 p.m. We will still be covering all your local, national, and international sports. The difference is now, while you're enjoying your lunch, you can check out myself, Dan Gray, and multiple different guests as we go over all your sports coverage. So make sure to tune in to 705 Sports Fridays at noon on our Facebook page and video on demand.
First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
Don't click it, Mike. It's a scam.
Oh, hi, Voice of Reason. It looks legit.
Don't click. Listen to your voice of reason before you act.
I deleted it.
Canada.ca/bscamsmart can help.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes. First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,000, tax included. Call 705-987-8460 for more information. Family owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, Second Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today.
Loss is something that never leaves you. Donate $45 today to help victims of impaired driving. A message from Mad Canada.
This large male sports a wide trimming black fur.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
girl out with, with her cousins and my cousin across the street, and we pranced around the hood, and I thought, we're going to stay out. But you know what? From the moment that we went out, it began to pour heavily.
Yeah.
And it didn't stop until we said, okay, we're done.
And
Time.
the wind too kind of
Yes.
wrecked things. I broke down, I bought $40 worth of candy on Friday.
Well, you had to defend yourself.
Yeah, 3 people.
Yeah.
So I was just,
So what's for lunch
here,
today,
take
Craig?
it all.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, well, so that's another one in the books. And, the way I choose to see it is, today is November 1st. It can only be winter for as long as it can be winter. So as far as I see it, man, we're looking at, 5 months, and it'll be summer again.
That's right. That's right.
I'm
Maybe
going to
not
hold
even.
on. I'm going to hold on to that, too.
Anyway, you have a lot of news to do.
Yeah,
It's
quite a
been
lot,
busy
quite a
weekend,
lot.
So you go ahead and do that. And
I've done
walk
my
in over
best to kind of, crisscross the negatives with the positives. So you know what, we're going to start off with, the poppies. And I apologize, I don't have mine today, but I will have one tomorrow. It is the official start of the annual poppy campaign, which is, of course, held by the Royal Canadian Legion. The campaign is designed to raise money for veterans and their families. So yesterday morning at 11 a.m., a flag was raised in front of the courthouse to mark the occasion. And Legion member Pierre Breckenridge did say the poppy is a public reminder of the service and the sacrifice of those who have served, in particular, those who did make the ultimate sacrifice. So today, then, the Legion, through the Poppy campaign, distributes over 18 million plastic poppies to Canadians. They receive donations for their services, and those donations then do ensure that veterans and their families are cared for. So at the flag raising, there were multiple dignitaries on site, including MP Terry Sheehan, MPP Ross Romano, as well as Mayor Provenzano. The campaign will run until November 11th, of course, Remembrance Day. Sue Online on TV will bring you full coverage of the ceremony on that day. Okay. So, on the afternoon of October 29th at around 5 p.m., Sioux Fire Services did receive an emergency call from a home in the middle of the city. So, upon arrival then, smoke could be seen coming from the back of a home in the 0 to 100 block of Knox Avenue. Firefighters were reported to have been on scene for roughly 1 hour, managing the situation as it unfolded. And in this moment, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. We will bring information to you as it becomes available and as it is made available by Sioux Fire Services. All right. Now, yesterday was Halloween, and we do have a number of very festive-minded individuals in our community who certainly celebrate the day with all pomp and circumstance. So, from the Monster Mash, the Pied Piper, or the Purple People Eater. There were groans and screams heard all over the city. And so Dan did go on a tour just to kind of bring some of those images to you in case you were not able to get out and take part. Festive seems from roughly 12 hours ago. Now let's take a peek forward into the next 12 hours. Over to you, Craig.
Well, oh.
All right, 1 second. I'm going to fill some
Slight
time here.
delay.
I'm going to offer some jazz hands, some finger guns, and say back to you, Craig.
No, we're still not ready.
And we're not ready yet. Okay. All right, well then let's go to another news story. Shortly after 10 a.m. on Saturday morning, emergency services did respond to the north end of the city for the reports of a collision. Upon arrival in the 200 block of Landslide Road, they found a truck which had come to rest, nicely put, Dan, had come to rest in the ditch near a hydro pole. A witness to the incident did tell Sioux Online that some of the occupants had fled the scene. Sioux police could be seen searching the wooded area north of the collision. Other occupants of the vehicle were being treated in the ambulances, which also attended. Sioux Fire Services, of course, also on scene to assist. The road was down to one lane for over an hour while the investigation and cleanup occurred. Okay, now back to my fantastic segue. So we just brought you footage of something festive that happened in the last 12 hours. Now we're going to go forward 12 hours. Over to you, Craig.
Okay, so all I can say is those people who had the Halloween decorations, and they do a great job, some of these houses. Today you're going to be spending your day in the wet and the wind, taking all those decorations down. We'll take a look at the radar right now. We can see some scattered isolated showers. This is all lake effect. Even some snow flurries to the north and to our south. We're going to basically just be seeing drizzle and mist for today. Some very strong winds also moving towards the north. So it's going to be a blustery, cold day today. But we do have some snow to tell you about that could be coming later on. I'll do that in just a bit. But let's take a look at where we go, Mike? The 12 hour. This is what your day is looking like. We have some gusty winds from the north. They're going to be gusty around 40 to 60 kilometers an hour, so pretty windy out there. Right now we're looking at 3 degrees. Our temperature high for today is 6 degrees, but you know what? With the winds, it's going to feel closer to about 2 degrees. And then for your evening, those winds are going to stay with us, and we could see some snow later on tonight with some lake effect. We'll take a look at that map to tell you where the issue is, and it's basically right along the eastern shore of Lake Superior that we could see about 2 centimeters of snow developing overnight tonight into our Tuesday morning, so we're definitely watching that. The good news is it's not going to stick around all that long because we do have some rain in the forecast as well. It's going to wash that snow away. And we also have some warmer temperatures developing for late in the week, and I'll tell you more about that coming up in the 7-day and the 3-day forecast in just a bit. Heidi?
For that, Craig. Definitely time to make the appointment to put the winter tires on my car so as to keep myself and the occupants of my vehicle safe. All right. So we'll get into some reporting on some information that has come to light with regards to some public schools locally. Algoma Public Health has declared an outbreak of COVID-19 at Grandview Public School. As per Provincial Ministry of Education guidance, an outbreak, of course, is declared in a school once it has been determined that within a 14-day period, 2 individuals have tested positive for COVID-19 and at least 1 case could have reasonably acquired their infection in the school setting, and there are characteristics that link the 2 cases. For example, a child or staff could have become infected with COVID-19 at the school, either from each other or from a common source. So working with the school, Algoma Public Health will continue to monitor the situation, and outbreak measures may be scaled up or down in response to the risk of transmission in the school. Additionally, Algoma Public Health is advising that an individual associated with Eastview Public School has tested positive for COVID-19. In both schools, all high-risk close contacts will be identified and contacted by Algoma Public Health and will be provided with instructions regarding COVID-19 testing as well as safe self-isolation requirements. Due to the number of possible contacts and exposures, direction instruction may take a couple of days. If families at Grandview or Eastview Public Schools have not received a letter or been directly contacted by Algoma Public Health, they do not need to have their child tested unless they are showing symptoms associated with COVID-19. Algoma Public Health does recommend that all students or staff who attended a school that is currently in an outbreak situation ought to closely self-monitor for symptoms of COVID-19, and if symptoms develop, isolate immediately and visit a COVID-19 assessment center. Students and staff from Grandview Public School who are advised to seek testing or who develop COVID-19 symptoms will need to notify the assessment center that they are associated with the COVID-19 outbreak at Grandview Public School. This will allow test results to be prioritized, and Algoma Public Health can be notified as quickly as possible. As we are working with Algoma Public Health and both school communities to review and confirm important practices to protect yourself and others, including get your vaccination, practice physical distancing, wear a mask or face covering in indoor settings, wear a mask or face covering in outdoor settings if you cannot maintain physical distancing, and of course, wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. That is posted to our website, so if I blasted through that and you need more information, please do visit our site at siouxonline.com where you can review the full details. Okay, now, time for a commercial break so we can take in some of the messaging from the businesses in our community, including the United Way, who are focusing on local issues that can be easy to ignore. #unignorable. Also, pay attention to any information that comes out of the Esquire Club, because the Esquire Club on Saturday started their Porchetta events. And of course, you can look forward to participating in Catch the Ace every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Come on back.
Family owned and operated, A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944 Second Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. A.G. Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today. First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information. Well, welcome back, First Local Mornings. It is Monday, November the 1st. What did you just say in my ear? The clocks didn't go back last night. They go back this coming weekend.
Yeah, but my phone says 7:13. Why?
That's because that's American.
I don't know why your phone says 7:13. I don't know. Maybe your phone is lazy. My phone says, you know, the accurate time. It says 8:14.
I'm wrong.
Mine's an Android. I'm just going to put that right out there.
So is mine.
Oh, well. Okay, so battle of the androids then. Okay, anyway, I'm just going to keep plowing through the heavy-duty stuff so that we can move into the lighter stuff, okay? So, a number of cases of confirmed COVID-19 did pop up in Sault Ste. Marie over the weekend. I'm just going to skip ahead. So yesterday we did record 11 new confirmed cases. All cases, of course, rolling up to Sault Ste. Marie and area. 10 of those cases listing the cause of exposure as close contact, whereas one listed as my favorite, which is unknown. I'm not sure where it came from, the Rona. Anyway, and so this, of course, on the heels of confirmed cases reported on Friday, October 29th, as well as Saturday, October 30th. So rather than going through the details of everything, I'll just bring you up to date as far as rolling totals. So far we have administered 173,860 tests, out of which we have confirmed 540 cases. 57 of those are considered to be active, with one individual currently in hospital. We have to date resolved 483. Yesterday, provincially speaking, Ontario reported 340 new COVID-19 cases and 3 new deaths linked to the virus. Health Minister Christine Elliott says that 223 of the latest infections are among those who are not fully vaccinated or whose immunization status is unknown. So 117 cases involved fully vaccinated people, as well as some other salient details that you may want to access on our website at SiouxOnline.com. All right, now let's move into some lighter fare. I'm going to cue up our factoid, I think. I moved back into music because last week I was all over the place. Movies Heidi's loved, cartoons Heidi has loved, sea monkeys that Heidi has loved. Today we're going to go back to one of my other loves, music, and the Beatles in particular. So it was on this day in 1969 that the Beatles did score their 13th U.S. #1 album with Abbey Road. So the final recordings from the group featured 2 George Harrison songs, Something, fantastic song, as well as Here Comes the Sun, also a dynamic and compelling tune. The cover supposedly contained, the cover of the album now, this is that controversy. We've touched on that here and there. It's a pretty popular discussion point. The cover supposedly contained clues adding to the Paul is dead phenomenon. Paul in the album cover is barefoot, and the car number plate LMW281F supposedly referred to the fact that Linda McCartney would be 28 if he was still alive. LMW was said to stand for Linda McCartney Weeps, and the 4 Beatles represent the priest, of course, John dressed in white, the Undertaker, Ringo in a black suit, the corpse, Paul, barefoot, and the gravedigger, George, in jeans and a denim shirt. So there you have it. All right. So more coverage of the festivities yesterday locally. So on Halloween, witches come true, wild ghosts escape from dreams, each monster dances in the park. And this is a quote from Nick Gordon. So on Saturday, October 30th, there were a number of events kind of prefacing the fun and revelry which was to come on Sunday. Bellevue Park was certainly a site of much merriment. The Witches of Superior, Wolfshager, Hexenbrut held their annual Witches' Dance, and hundreds of people came out to watch. Witches of all ages not only danced, but raised both food and money for the soup kitchen in Jamestown. They do this all over the world, and this is, of course, coming to us in a statement from the organizers, so we wanted to do it here, too. It's a fun way to get out. So, over 50 witches donned their costumes and created 2 circles to participate. Although short in duration and nature, fans cheered after both performances. What fun. Jamestown Strong. All right, they hosted a trunk or treat event, and everybody from convicts to SWAT team members and everything in between were present and overrunning the area of Jamestown with their costumes and their fun again on Saturday, October 30th. Roughly 50 kids showed up with their adult sidekicks to the first annual Jamestown Trunk or Treat. The kids set off on a walk of the neighborhood in the evening before coming back to Spadoni's parking lot to get the treats. Jamestown Strong, the organizers of the event, hope to have this every year as a safe place in the city for all kids to come out. Great work by the community participants in Jamestown Strong, continuing to put that message forward that Jamestown is a resilient and safe place to congregate. All right, so a little bit of crime. Approximately 10:40 on Saturday, October 30th, paramedics and Sault Police Service were alerted to a motor vehicle collision. Upon arrival in the 500 block of John Street, they found 2 cyclists who had been struck. Both cyclists were taken to hospital. The vehicle that had struck the individuals did flee the scene. Sault Police Services had the section of roadway blocked off for a portion of time while they conducted their investigation. Sioux paramedics took 2 individuals to the hospital as we had stated. Their condition in this moment is unknown, and we will of course bring you updates to this information as and if it becomes available by the police. All right, we're going to take another commercial break, offering up the opportunity to hear from some of our other sponsors, whether it's Tammy Ovey or Rick Mooney or the Refinery. We have a number of very generous businesses in the community that have come forward to offer their support. Go fill your cup and come on back.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off. First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today. Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It is Monday, November the 1st, first day of November. November is a stellar month. I will bring you information with regards to more local activity after we check in with Craig for the 3-day forecast. Craig?
Well, thanks very much, Heidi, and not the best way to start the month of November, though it's pretty typical November weather we're seeing right now. We're actually seeing quite a lot of lake effect rain showers. They were actually flurries during the overnight period because we did get kind of cold. But you can see that flow will continue for most of our day today, which is a northwesterly flow, and that's pushing those scattered lake effect showers our way. Also some very strong winds from the northwest. Those are going to be shifting directly to the north later on this morning. We'll take a look at the radar. We'll show you just where the snow is right now. It's pretty much on the state side and also just north of the city, seeing some scattered flurries. They're not accumulating whatsoever, but we also have a great amount of showers to get through today, off and on showers, very windy, very blustery today. Take a look at these temperatures for today. Be lucky if we get to 6 degrees. It's not going to feel like 6 degrees today, closer more to +2. We're at 4 degrees in Wawa, 1 degree in Timmins, so you're hovering around the freezing mark. You may see some light accumulation in Timmins, and 6 degrees in Sudbury. So let's take a look at the systems map for today. This is what's happening. This cold front is what brought in those cold temperatures yesterday. If you remember, the winds just kind of picked up around 3 o'clock yesterday. That was that cold front making its way through, giving us some scattered showers and also some flurries for today. And those flurries could accumulate during the overnight period later on tonight, so we'll get on into that later on in the show. But we do have high pressure kind of trying to work its way in for our day on Wednesday, so we'll have to see what happens there. Let's take a look now at your 3-day forecast. So gusty winds today. We're going to see off and on scattered lake effect rain showers. Temperatures around 6 degrees. Not confident on that. 3 degrees for our high tomorrow, with plenty of lake effect snows developing later on tonight into our morning. We could wake up with 2 centimeters of snow on the ground. It's not going to last because we do see some warm temperatures coming in during the end of the week. We also have some rain showers coming in for Wednesday, and also some partial clearing because that high pressure system is going to do its best to try to clear this mess out of the area and leave us with some half decent weather for the end of this week. We'll talk about that coming up in the 7-day. Right now, let's send it right back to Heidi.
Wow. Snow. I guess we couldn't avoid it forever. And definitely time for me to get out my windshield cover after talking about it. Get my tires on. Just get it done, Heidi. Get it done. All right. We have been bringing you ongoing coverage with regards to the police officer who did sustain an injury in a shooting. As the Special Investigations Unit investigation continues into the actions which surround the death of a 19-year-old young man, as well as the injury of Constable Ryan Vendramin, the constable now is home. In a public Facebook post made by Ryan's parents, Mark and Sheila Vendramin, they have a video of Ryan walking with crutches. 6 weeks later, Ryan is out of the hospital and very excited to officially be back home. Due to the extent and seriousness of the injury and surgeries involved, Ryan's wounds still need a lot of time to fully heal. Stated the post. He looks forward to his physio and rehab to keep him moving and to make progress. Ryan still has a very long road ahead, but everyone who knows him knows how determined he is to get through this and to make a full recovery. They remain extremely appreciative of all the prayers that are being said for him, and every day ask you to continue to pray for him during his recovery. Okay, hopping over now to social media. I did have it queued up here on my phone, but of course there was a hiccup. Maybe it has something to do with the time discrepancy, I'm not sure. We have Steve Childs, GMMAHAGW, so good Monday morning all. Have a great week. To yourself as well, Steve Childs. You rock the horns, mon ami. Jim Whitty says, 4 exclamation points. There's an absence of coffee on my desk. Morning, morning, morning. Margaret McKay, good morning all. Good morning to you, Margaret. Yes, Kimberly Seabrook, good morning all. Good morning, Kimberly. Yes. Enika, good morning everyone. Good morning to you, Enika, all the way over there in the Netherlands. I hope that it's a fantastic Monday for you. Jason Hall. No, Jason, he doesn't comment often, but I have seen his name before. Good morning from big, beautiful Batchewana Bay. Good morning to you, Jason Hall. Thanks for checking in. It's been a while. Bradley Evoy, good morning with a respectful 3 exclamation points. Yay! Vino Humalamaki. See, here it is. Is everyone else having issues with the time on their phone? And good morning. Some of us have reported issues here in the studio. I myself, Vino, in this moment am not experiencing any issues. Mind you, I did do an update this morning, so Mike in the control room is. I am not. You're on what? Oh, see, he's on Bell. I'm Telus. Maybe that's the problem. Jim Whitty, if life hands you some lemons, you're playing with the wrong slot machine. Yes, yes. Joseph Bertrand, yay. Good day, folks. Good day to you, Joseph. I hope you have a great day. Dave Johnson, good morning. What's going on with the protest at City Hall? You know what, Dave? We haven't received much information further to what we did report last week, and that was that the encampment was growing with people coming forward to set up their tents with their small number of possessions in order to garner the attention that they are hoping to have allocated to the seriousness of the homeless issue, as well as those grappling with mental health and addictions. So as more information becomes available, Dave, of course, we will bring that directly to you, and thank you for checking in. Giselle Tchaikovsky, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Giselle. Always nice to hear from you. That's it. Okay, well, I'm checking my time because my time is accurate. 8:29. We still have to go to weather. I'm pretty sure there's a 7-day lurking in our immediate future. So over to you, Craig.
And it doesn't look all that bad for the 7-day either, Heidi. Let's take a look at, actually we're going to do the lake effect first, right? Well, let's go to that lake effect. Just to remind you that we could see up to 2 centimeters tonight from lake effect snows as this drizzle and rain turns over to snow, because we do have another shot of cold air coming in over the Great Lakes, so could give us some snow, but it's not going to last because we have some warmer temperatures, as you can see, during the later part of this week, where at least we're trying to get up to 10 degrees on Saturday with sun. But in the meantime, it's going to be kind of blustery, kind of cloudy, and kind of wet up until that point. Some areas are seeing some snow that's going to stay. Okay. At least the snow that comes here, it's not going to stay. Yet.
Almost a perfect statement, except for that little word at the end.
That word, yet.
All right. Well, I could bring you some more stuff, but I'm not going to. It's, we've done our time here this morning, and thank you for sitting with us. And we look forward to bringing you more information tomorrow. Have a great day.
How's it going, everyone? It's Jacob Moore here at the On TV studios, letting you know there's been a slight change to 705 Sports. 705 Sports will now be airing Fridays at noon versus Fridays at 4 p.m. We will still be covering all your local, national, and international sports. The difference is now, while you're enjoying your lunch, you can check out myself, Dan Gray, and multiple different guests as we go over all your sports coverage. So make sure to tune in to 705 Sports Fridays at noon on our Facebook page and video on demand.